at the end of the check, this will produce a certificate. And we then email that to the customer to say, here's your water check. If any fault down the line, the boiler breaks down, this, that, whatever, your customer can then say, actually, I've had my system checked.
Hey guys, Harrison here from Expert Trades, and I am on the verified build with Chris from Minty Property Developments. And today we're using the Adey ProCheck. Now, I've started strong with this, but actually don't really know what I'm doing with it. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Chris, and explain to me what is this for and what are we doing today?
Right, so the Adey ProCheck, so this is the test kit. Ideally, or we should do, on every boiler service, we should be testing what water quality we have in our system. And this kit comes with everything in. It gives us a measurement of pH levels in the system, what inhibitors in there, does it need any extra, and it also gives us, not a printout, you can print it out, but it gives us an email kind of certificate to say, yes, my water quality is bad, or no, it's good.
I know we were joined with Colin last time, and I was lucky enough to actually film it, so I kind of got the gist of it. How frequently would you do this on a system? Is it only on a new one? Do you do it on an old one? Like, where does it come into play?
You should do it on every boiler service. So every time you go and service a boiler, this is a little added extra to be like, right, let's see what condition your system's in, which will then potentially lead to future work, power flushing. If you had a new boiler and someone's just lashed it in and they've not done anything with the system, so you can check to see if or what condition the system's in.
Now, I interestingly asked you, I'm expecting this to just come up with like a clean, nothing, like everything's good, no issues, no faults, or whatever it shows. But you say probably not, because you'd be really surprised how dirty, I guess, a system can be.
Yeah, this was a brand new system that we fitted. We've got steel rads, brass valves, copper, bit of this here and there, plastic on the floor, everything's brand new. And we've flushed it, we gave it a cold flush because of plaster screwed through pipework. So all the water came out. It then had a hot flush with some chemicals, MC5. It was then drained down, cold flushed again. Then it was filled up with inhibitor. Flushes get rid of any dirt, debris, flux, solder, stuff like that in the pipework, greases. And then you want to make sure all that cleaner's cleaned out. Sounds backwards, but you clean out the cleaner. And then you dose and protect with your MC1 system inhibitor. But in that time frame, I've taken radiators off downstairs for the plasterers to come in behind us, and I've not put any more in. It's probably going to be healthy-ish, but it's not going to be where it should be. Potential
for contamination at that point then? When you're messing with things, moving them around, shaking everything up.
Yeah, you're introducing fresh water, which is going to oxidise in the system, so oxygen, water, creates rust with our metals, so that then leads to potential faults in the future.
Let's get to it.
Right, so in the box we have our charts. So this is to compare against when we've done our check. This will give us a reading to see where our system water is and if it's healthy or not. So we compare that with what the app will tell us.
Looks like we're going to get some sticks and we compare those to
that, yeah. Test tube. We fill this up with our system water and we dip our tube in, our stick in there, and that will then change colour and give us a reading on the chart. And then we have 25 test strips. Move on to the app. Right, so I've put the code in, added a property. This will all go on our certificate at the end. What's your name, sir? Harry?
Whoa. I don't want to be associated with no water checks.
Adam.
I guess the question is why are you putting these details in?
At the end of the check, this will produce a certificate. And we then email that to the customer to say, here's your water check. If any fault down the line, the boiler breaks down, this, that, whatever, your customer can then say, actually, I've had my system checked. Email?
Harrison@experttrades.com. Two T's in the middle, one S there.
Well, A-J-R-I-S, is it one S or?
Yeah.
Harrison, oh my God. Did it like that?
We'll fast forward this. And for anyone looking to get involved with the next verified build, please email.
Someone who can use a phone and read and write. Phone number. There we go.
It's different for this property because it's our property, but it would actually be for the homeowner, right? Is it going to have all of your details on in case they need to get in touch with you because something starts playing up?
Yeah. So at the start of downloading the app, you put your business details in, and then that will be on your certificate. Where should we go? Should we go new install?
Yeah.
We've got combi standard, they're with header tanks that are in the loft, and a system boiler is with a pressure vessel.
Why is a different installation type important to note here? Would it mean that the system requires more or less of a certain chemical?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. You've got to take volume of water. If you've got tanks up in the loft, you might need slightly more. If you've got a sealed system, smaller. If it's a combi, it's more than likely going to be a smaller system like we've got next door. So we go for a system with a cylinder, and job reference will have house. There's an option to put the boiler serial number in there. On the front of the boilers, you'll have a QR code, you scan that. Yes, we've got a filter fitted. Right, so we're going to take a test sample of our water, and we can use our little bleed nipple here. Right, so let's do that. So, let's get some water in there. Up to our line. Now that looks fairly clear.
So what have you just done there? Taken a photo of it and then...
Taking a photo of that sample against a neutral background, and now it's asking me what kind of colour our water is.
From my uneducated eye, I would say clear to yellow.
So dip it in for 3 seconds and then remove it. And then we're going to leave it for a minute to activate these little pads.
Amazing, let's do that.
So I've got a minute now to wait, just while it activates this pad. So there we go. Place the strip on our card. So strip this way up, and then we can then see where we are on our spectrum. So that's fairly close to there. So from this test, we've passed.
Whoa, passed with flying colours.
Beautiful. Inhibitors in the system's okay. Corrosion is low, and pH level is okay. From everything that's gone on in the system, it's good water. Thing is as well, because we're taking a test from in the middle of the system, it will allow enough flow rate to go around the whole system. If you went downstairs, you could collect a load of muck, because muck in your system gathers within this area of a radiator. So if you go in quite low down on the system, the result might change.
But I guess that's an inaccurate result, though, due to the fact that if you scooped up a load of sludge, well, the sludge is there. So
yeah, sludge is there.
It's not really the answer to what the current state.
No, we don't. If we know sludge is there. We want to know what the water quality is like. So it's a good way to test to see, am I right, am I not? And then again, you can show your customer, show your homeowner. So we can add some notes to it.
What sort of notes might you add?
You might add that system is checked, water's clean, your details on there, when it was checked. Emails come through already. So this is a attachment on the email. Gives us our picture that we've taken of the water quality and our results. So everything's passed. Nice little pass there.
Nice, and that then gives the homeowner peace of mind knowing that the system is nice and clean, and there hopefully isn't going to be any nasty issues that crop up in the near future.
Yeah.
So that was the Adey ProCheck. Thank you, Chris, for taking me on that little bit of a guided tour.
No problem.
Appreciate it. If you want to learn more about Adey, the links are in the description, and if you want to keep up to date with the verified build, make sure you subscribe to all the channels, and we will see you again very soon.